What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here with
Gersh1.
And welcome back to another episode of For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. This is what Robert Clark did. He asks, if I was an Imperial Guardsman and my commanding officer died, and there were Space Marines nearby, would they take over and give us orders? Answer is sometimes. A Space Marine can command regular guardsmen. He's a supreme tacticianer. On certain battles, like the Bad War, what Huron did was he would take one Space Marine, and that one Space Marine would lead a unit of men, or sometimes sometimes a company, but usually it was like a unit, a small unit. So yeah, it is possible for Space Marines to lead Imperial Guardsmen, but at the same time, it's also very likely that the Space Marine would worry more about his thing, and he would see the Guardsmen as just pulling him back. He'd be like, oh, well, now we have to worry about their lives, because they're going to die. Might as well just let them, die, and then I'll do my thing.
Right.
So, it goes both ways, but yes.
Both ways is one goes.
Next question.
I had a good one, and I lost it.
I have one from Defool06. Who would win? One Punch Man versus a Primarch?
Well, I mean, the thing about One Punch Man is that it only takes one punch. So the Primarch. No, like, literally speaking, One Punch Man. Like, he's meant to be a gag character. So it's like no matter who he fights, it's him.
Next question.
This one's by Newfieman709. Will there ever be an end? Could a crucial thing happen for one race to win it all? And what race do you think would be the top dog? Me personally would like to see the Emperor come back and just go to work on everybody. I mean, we've been following the Imperium since the beginning of 40K. So obviously they're going to be the ones up top. I don't see... Well, I mean, it is supposed to be grim, dark, and like, there's nothing but war in this time. However, it would be kind of a tragic ending if, like, at the end of it all, like, humanity's just been decimated. The warp has fallen apart because there's no sentient beings left to feed it with their emotions. And then, like, in the black abyss of the galaxy, you just see, like, a Necron hand.
Yeah. So Necrons?
It'd be cool for Necrons to win. They were here in the old times. They had Pokemon called Catan. They fought against the old ones, so I think they deserve it.
Next question comes from Irkin Probe. How much of my sanity would I have to donate to Zinch to tell me where my missing cat is?
Just a little bit.
All of it.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Next question.
Oh, and by the way, your cat's not missing. It'll be back sooner or later.
Sooner or later. Go.
Jaden Woodings. What would happen if a Tyranid used an Eldar or a Kroot for biomass? Would the Tyrant Guards, since the Tyrant Guards are made from Space Marine biomass, and they're the most OP bioform mutation that I know of, what could they utilize with Eldar and Kroot flesh? Well, I mean, if they do Eldar, they'll probably just get stronger psychically, such as the, what are those things called? Neurothropes? No. The psychic ones.
For what?
The Tyranids. No, what are they called?
Eggs? No.
Those guys.
Yeah, the ones with the giant brains.
Yeah. It escapes me. But anyway, if they eat Kroot, I don't see any benefits they can get, really.
I think they'd go bestial, right?
Yeah, that might... Because if they do eat something that they don't, they'll, like, revert to, like, their primitive natures. So maybe...
And next question comes from Chris Dios. Will you two ever have a live or pre-recorded interview with members of the Games Workshop? Come on, boys, it's time to step up and let your wah take them on. Maybe in the future.
Well, we can't do it in the past.
or right now.
And if you go into the warp, you kind of, you know.
Oh, you could, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We could just go back in time. Nothing in the works now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
This is a pretty interesting question. Marcel Goussard. Question. What would you rather want? A War in Heaven novel, a Unification War novel, or an Age of Apostasy novel?
Oh, hands down, Unification War.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hands down for me.
Hands down.
War
Put
in,
it down.
War in Heaven. War in Heaven.
Why?
It's cool. Just the name alone, I think, will sell.
You don't think it's going to destroy your
Yes,
theories of
it
the
is,
old ones?
but it will solidify them.
I think if we do Unification Wars, the fact that like the techno-barbarian like warlords were like psychic mutants would be badass. I think that kind of story would be so gruesome that I would have to sneeze and blow my nose and all types of wiping. Yeah.
What happened to the Age of Apostasy?
So I do have a question for you guys. If we were to interview the Games Workshop people, what questions would you guys like us to ask? And if the crew ate the Emperor is definitely one of them.
Will the Emperor become a Primaris Marine?
We would just troll GW. Ask him stupid ass questions.
Like, is it Gershwan? Like W-A-N? Or Gersh the number one?
Yeah. We'll take out the old 5th edition Codex of Grey Knights and just say, why? Why? Next question. Repeats. Oh.
DOW234. What would each Primarch's favorite DC or Marvel superhero be?
Lehman Russ would really enjoy...
Wolverine.
Yeah. Obvious reasons. Rogel Dorn would really like...
Wolverine.
I would say Green Lantern.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Because he's like a protector. Shields.
They're all protectors. Oh, you just answered your question. He really likes S.H.I.E.L.D. Like
the whole S.H.I.E.L.D. organization.
Or Captain America, he's got a shield.
Yeah. And then Sanguinius.
Probably
Angel.
I would say Hawk Girl from DC.
Oh, that's true. They can. Well, they can't mingle. They got pieces. Yeah. And the list goes on.
Yeah, the list goes on and on.
Next question.
Go ahead.
Oh shit.
Darian Wethington. Can the Emperor be healed by some means other than being killed and resurrected, being that he's a perpetual and all?
Yes. There's multiple ways to heal the Emperor. Is GW going to do any of them? At some point. For instance, Isha. For instance, Inied, right? That's the name?
Yeah, the god of rebirth.
Mm-hmm. The orcs could believe that the Emperor is alive, and then he becomes alive, even though I've said that can happen in the past. Tyranids could consume him, and then he becomes part of the hive mind, and he is the hive mind. So yeah, the theories and speculations go on and on. And next question comes from Yuan Armstrong. What Primarch do you think GW will bring back next? All of them?
At the same time. Dude, if that happened, that'd be super crazy.
The next Primarch is either going to be Fulgrim or it's going to be Sanguinius. Yeah. Even though we did a poll to see who would be best to come back, and it was the Space Wolves guy, Lehman Russ. You guys really want that barbarian, blonde-haired, even though I thought he had black-haired guy.
I thought he had red hair.
Yeah, he's coming back. I think he had a beard. Didn't he have a beard?
He didn't have a beard in the 30K model. He should have a beard.
Yeah, he should. But yeah. Next question.
This one is by All Might. Can I see a Gershwan versus Sound Alchemist wrestling match? Pudding or baby oil would be appreciated.
Usually when we do that, I just end up punching the back of his thigh, and then the Sound Alchemist just laughs, and then it's over.
Mm-hmm. I am a very ticklish person, especially when you punch me in the back of the thigh.
Next question comes from Pineapple. Remember that one time I almost choked you, like almost killed you?
I wasn't gonna give up.
Yeah. When we were kids, we used to wrestle a lot, but it was just backyard wrestling. and we used to do really dangerous things.
Yeah.
One time I got him in a headlock, and then we were like in a weird position where I couldn't see you, and your hands were like down.
They were in a position where I couldn't tap out.
Yeah, so I was just choking you, and then I was like, why hasn't he tapped out? And then finally I let go, and he was like, you were killing me.
Like my eyes were all purple and were bulging out. Blood was coming out of my nose.
Yeah, and there's another time where a friend who's like, this guy's huge. And I've always been the smallest one out of the group, and he just like grabbed me, picked me up, and threw me. And then he had a couch, and the couch went, and just like it fell over, but there was a wall, so it hit the wall, and then it came back. And then everybody stopped what they were doing. They saw, they were like, "Are you okay?" Yeah, so it was fun.
And there's this one time, did I get thrown into the wall?
Yeah, it was you. I think it was my back.
Somebody's back got thrown into the wall.
But you were pushing me, weren't you?
Something like that, yeah. So when we got out, like the hole in the wall looked like a perfect Africa, like the continent, like the shape of it.
Your dad was mad.
And it's funny because like there was literally like 2 feet of nothingness behind the wall.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, you can put your whole hand in there, and it's like just pitch black.
You just see a Necron hand come up. And it turns out that your house is a tomb.
Right. It's like weird because it's like there's like barely any insulation, and like you could literally feel a breeze coming in. We were literally in denial of what happened.
It's an Egypt joke.
Get it? Because it was the shape of Africa.
Yeah.
The Nile River.
Last question.
What were we even? What was the question?
I think he said.
We could wrestle. Yeah.
Yeah. Last question is, that's a spicy meme. I think, have you already answered this? Do you have a... Yeah, we already did.
Yeah, we answered it.
Let's do another one. What is the funniest moment in 40K? Marcel Goussard asks. When the Primaris came out, and then the Space Marines were like, what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah.
Or when was it Horus that was talking to the decapitated head of Ferrus Manus, and everybody's like, "This dude's crazy."
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Yeah, yeah."
Yeah.
That's not funny.
Those are the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. Don't forget to put question for another question. Don't forget to visit us on Instagram, Patreon, Facebook, whatever.
Grindr. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
You've been out of the game, man.
Mm-hmm.
The gay game. Yeah.
Hey, let's not assume.
Oh, sorry.
It's 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are who you think you are.
Did you hear there's a guy trying to change his age?
No. I've heard of people who say that they don't want to be, or they say don't assume my race, which is kind of funny because it's like you're clearly white.
Well, that's an assumption. You don't know that for sure.
No, but like, cause there's features.
Right. But
no, his whole thing though, or like that person's whole thing was that yes, that person was not of African descent. He was claiming to be of African descent, or he wanted to be African descent. And he said, what's stopping anybody from saying that they are? And I guess you're kind of right, because like most people who are born, who have African descent, and they're born in America, they're Americans. So I guess race is subjective, and it's not an actual thing. It's not a concrete thing, but whatever.
And with that, we'll see you next week on the Sound Alchemist.
One.
And we are out of here.
Oh, if you could put my